Hey guys, it's Meso here. Welcome to my kitchen today, where we're going to not be cooking. That's right. I just want to take a little time to talk to you guys. I have comments, and most of you that have been with me for a long time, you know that I try my best to answer each and every comment. Lately, I have not been able to do it. I get so many comments that I cannot possibly answer them all. So what I want to do today is I'm going to just come on here and read a few comments and answer a few of the comments on here, and just to connect. I'm not going to be able to actually physically answer all the comments, which I would like to. I love talking to you guys, and I always read the comments, but I don't always have time to actually answer questions. Also, what I want to talk about today is I want to talk about spices. We have the holidays coming up, and sometimes during the holidays we use more spices and sometimes different spices than we normally use. Sometimes we're trying new recipes and they will offer or bring us to new spices that we haven't used. And I don't like to buy new spices if I don't feel that I'm going to be able to use them in more than one recipe. Sometimes those recipes will call for a spice that is really pretty expensive. And you don't want to have a spice sitting on your shelf that you're going to use just one time, and maybe you paid $7 or $8 or more for that spice. So we're going to talk about today also how to substitute spices, or what spice can we substitute. One of the spices that I want to talk about today, or the spice that I want to talk about today, is cardamom. And here I have some cardamom, and it's a spice. This spice is not used in a lot of American recipes, but it's a staple in the Indian recipes. Actually, this spice originated in India. A lot of their recipes use cardamom. And I was looking at a recipe that it really looked good. I wanted to try the recipe some years back. And it had cardamom in it, and I had never used cardamom before, and I went out and bought it, and I don't remember what I paid for it, but it was quite a bit. And that cardamom sat on my shelf, and I never used it again, and it was really just a waste of money. I don't want you to have to do that. That's why I tell you a lot of times when we're cooking, I try to keep it simple, try to keep it easy. I try to use things that nearly everybody would have in their pantry, sitting on their shelf. I don't like to have to go out and buy new things, and especially if I'm not going to use them again. Some people don't cook often, and so therefore you don't want a lot of spices that you don't use there. So cardamom, if you run across a recipe that has cardamom, that uses cardamom, it's a good spice. It's a really strong, I shouldn't say strong, but sort of spicy, and it has an aroma. One spice that we have that we use commonly that is very similar to cardamom is cinnamon. So if you have a recipe that calls for cardamom and you're not sure that you're going to use it anymore, you're not sure if you're going to even like it, one thing that you can do is you can use cinnamon, and you can also combine that cinnamon with nutmeg. You can also put a little bit of ginger in it, because these are the flavors that complement or go along with cardamom. They will give a very similar flavor to your food. So you can add nutmeg, excuse me, ginger, maybe even a little bit of ground cloves. Not too heavy on either one of those, and but mostly cinnamon. You can put those things together and use them in that recipe, just as you would cardamom. And that recipe is going to be just as good. Now, somebody who uses cardamom all the time, or somebody from India, they may be able to tell the difference, but you'll be quite pleased with substituting substituting cinnamon, ginger, and a little bit of cloves, or even just cinnamon for cardamom, if you don't think you're going to be able to use it anymore. One reason that you might want to do that is just checking out the price differences. And of course, spices are going to cost different things depending on where you buy them at, and depending on the potency, or how pure or how good the spice is. Sometimes you're just paying for a name. But spices can vary in their cost. Cinnamon is much, much, much cheaper than cardamom. I'd say that cardamom is probably, well, this small container here, this container cost $10.58 for just this much cardamom. $10.58. Let me see if I can open it and let you actually see inside. I don't know that I can let you see. Let's see. Can you see that? So you could grind this up if you wanted to use it. You could these pieces are pretty big. You could grind this up if you didn't want to use them large pieces like this. You can grind them up. Use your coffee grinder. You can get a coffee grinder at Target or Walmart for around maybe $15, $16. So if you want to use this or any other spice, you can grind it in your coffee grinder. But this container here was $10.58. Cardamom is going to run you about, say, between $4, $5 per ounce. Now that's pretty expensive. Whereas cinnamon, this guy right here, is going to cost you about 80 cents, maybe from 80 to $1.20, and that's pretty expensive for cinnamon per ounce. So you see that your cinnamon is much cheaper. If you're not going to ever use this cardamom again, I wouldn't buy it. I just go with the cinnamon. If you want to, mix a little nut, a little ginger, and a little ground cloves in it, and use that in your recipe. You're gonna be just fine. It's amazing to me though that a lot of people that don't cook a lot or don't experiment with cooking, they think spices like cinnamon and maybe nutmeg or those allspice, they think those spices are made just for desserts. Or I've talked to people that they think that, say cinnamon is just for potato pie. I don't have the spices that I use in just one thing. I can't think of any spice I have that I use it just in one thing. Do you know that you can put cinnamon in if you're making pancakes? You can put, and you're making your own batter, you can put a little cinnamon in your pancake batter. You can put nutmeg into your greens. If you're making a dark green like collard greens or kale, now you don't want to put a lot of nutmeg in there to make it taste like to make it taste like a pie. But actually the pie, the reason it becomes pie is because it's sweet. But if you don't have if you're using your nutmeg in a savory dish, as I said, like in kale or spinach or collards or turnip greens or mustard greens, then you can put a little shake of a nutmeg in there and it will just really enhance the taste. It'll be a very good flavor. You don't want a teaspoon of it in there. You just want a couple of little shakes. But experiment with that. Experiment with other spices. Don't ever get hung up on thinking that one spice is just for one thing. I can't think of any recipes right now, but there have been recipes that I have put here on my channel and people will be like, oh, you can't put that in there. My mom always just put whatever the spice is in this particular thing. But there's no one spice that goes in one thing. You can, in fact, you want to have fun with your spices. You want to experiment with your spices. And you want to, you'll begin to learn there's certain flavor combinations that you will see work well together. So that's what we're doing today. That's our spice for the day is cinnamon. And talking about the difference between cinnamon and cardamom. Okay. So the spice of the day today, cinnamon compared to cardamom. Okay, guys, I want to take just a few minutes to talk to or speak to a few of the comments that I have. I am so sorry because I really like answering every comment personally, each one, typing it in, responding to you. but I cannot do it. Some of your comments are so funny, and most of your comments are so sweet. And I'm gonna still be answering comments. I'm gonna still be answering them here on the channel. But I just want to answer a few of them here and make a few comments of them here. Let's see what I got. This is a comment on my video about my Southern style neck bones. My title is the best Southern style neck bones and gravy. Okay, so this comes from, let me get my glasses. This comes from Farfalla. And she or he said, I made these for the first time from your recipe and they came out so good and tender. The only thing was that there were white balls or something in the gravy. I don't know if that was the milk or the flour, but was I supposed to use warm milk or warm water? I must have missed something, and that was the very step that you didn't video. Please, Miss Meso, tell me. Okay, I can't imagine. And you said that they turned out really good. It was really good. The white balls, I'm thinking, had to be the flour, because it wouldn't have been the milk unless your milk was out of date and maybe the milk could have curdled in some way. It might have been the flour. What you need to do is, and I haven't, that's an older video. I haven't seen that video in a while. But what you need to do is when you're making gravy, I've said this, you probably seen me say this in other videos. If you got lumps in your gravy, I ain't eating it. I cannot eat lumpy food, but I don't know what the lumps are. Or if it's like balls of flour. That might be what that was. Make sure that you are using a wire whisk. Now there's some people that they say they can do it with a fork. I can't, usually I can't do it with a fork. I like a wire whisk, and I'll take the wire whisk and actually really, really whip that milk and flour or water and flour, whatever it was, to make sure there are no lumps. If you don't get all the lumps out, usually you're gonna have a few lumps in that gravy. But I don't know if I would refer to them as balls, but that might be what you're talking about. I'm not quite sure, Farfalla. That's about all I can think of. I would do it again, make sure that your milk, if you're using milk, make sure that your milk is fresh, so that that's not curdling. Make sure that you were not adding milk to a very hot, because that might make it curdle. Adding milk to a very hot thing. And then just make sure that your flour is actually whisked in very well so that you don't have lumps. I'm sorry it didn't work out perfectly for you, but you do say that it was so good. It was really good and tender. So certainly try it again. And I would say that your white balls had to come from either, you're right, either your flour or your milk. I'm thinking more your flour. And also too, you could use cornstarch instead of flour. And you're gonna have a lot less problem with cornstarch, getting it to be smooth. So maybe you might wanna try cornstarch. But by all means, do it again, try it again, and let me know how it works out for you. Okay, so now somebody, let's see, this is Sheila McMillan. Hey, Sheila. And Sheila says, oh my goodness, you just took me down memory lane. I used to watch my auntie as a little girl make real homemade banana pudding, as you're doing. Not that box pudding crap. Thanks for sharing. Okay, Sheila, yeah. There are a lot of people that have never had real Southern style banana pudding. And there's so much so, there are people who have never had it that actually like the box pudding more. I've talked to a lot of people there are people who've had homemade banana pudding that still like boxed pudding more. So it's to each his own. But of course, we that know and that we came up on it, we grew up, we know there's nothing more comforting, more, oh my God, than homemade banana pudding. Comfort food to the max, to the max. So yeah, and thanks for that. I'm glad that video brought back some old good memories for you. Ham. So this is a comment from Morgan Felix. And Morgan, you say, I looked everywhere for the best ham recipe and I found it. Thank you, Morgan. I'm glad I hope you found it. I hope you tried it already. This is my video on, the name of it is the best ham on YouTube. That's my Miss Piggy. Is that the video that I made that I named the ham Miss Piggy? Yeah, I think that's the one you're talking about. From the picture, it looks like that's it. Okay, I'm glad you enjoyed it, and thank you for letting me know, Morgan. So this video, this comment is about the banana pudding again. The Scratch Panther. It says, just made this banana pudding and we'll see how it turns out. So you didn't eat it yet. You just made it? Good for you, Scratch Panther. Good for you. Let me know how it turns out. Let me know, because it's going to be good. If you follow that recipe, it's just very simple. It's all about cooking simple, guys. You know, I don't want a recipe that's got like about 10 or 12 parts and steps and things that I got to do, and you got to make sure you do it this way. I don't like those kinds of recipes. I like the good, comfortable, home, easygoing recipes that turn out really, really good. And I try to put recipes on here that when you cook them, if you can't duplicate what I do, this is of no value to you. I want to cook it, make it, and I know it's good. I want to wow them when they taste it. I love to see that expression on their faces when they taste it. It's like, oh, it's so good. I want you to get that same feeling, that same result. It's not just for me. I want you to get that, because that's what makes cooking worth it. If I didn't have anyone to cook for, I would still cook, but not as much. Part of cooking that you enjoy is cooking for people, or when you can share it with people, or you can see someone else enjoy. But if I didn't have anybody to cook for them, yeah, I would still cook though, because after there's not been so much eating out or that kind of food that I can eat that I will begin to desire homemade food. And you know, with what's going on now, we don't even really know how safe it is to eat out, or they say getting carry out is fine, but you know, I don't know if we have a lot of the flu or the virus coming back, and people that are sick maybe with the virus but are not showing any symptoms, but they're still shedding. I know they say it's okay to do, but I kind of wonder about that. I still give pause to that, because I don't know. So especially now, we're really eating at home a lot. So let's see, that was your banana pudding. Let me know how it turned out though, Scratch Panther. Let me know how it turned out. So now this is about my dressing. This is the video, the world's best Southern cornbread dressing. Crispy on the outside and creamy on the inside. Oh my God, that's the way I love my dressing. This is from Daphne Rodriguez. Hi, Daphne. She says, amazing dressing, Meso. A lot of hearts. Family, Daphne Cotton, always awesome and beautiful. Thank you, Daphne. Thank you. I hope you try it out for the holidays. World's best banana pudding. This is again about the banana pudding. This is from Joseph Collins, and Joseph says, Meso, this was the best banana pudding I've ever had. Oh, so you made it. Oh, thank you for letting me know, Joseph. Thank you. You guys, I really love hearing when you make a recipe and it works for you and it's good. I love hearing that. Thank you, Joseph. I'm glad you liked it and your family liked it. So this is from Guy Towers. Guy Towers. Hey, Guy. My brother loves to make lemon pound cakes. He's going to be surprised that I made a red velvet cake. Thank you for showing me. So that's a comment about the red velvet cake that's on my channel. Guy, come back and let me know how it turns out. And let me know what your brother says. I hope he's green with envy. And then you can slip him the recipe if you want to, after you take all the bowels first. So this is from Veronica Macon. Veronica Macon, she's commenting on the cabbage casserole. Oh yeah, oh yeah. She says, that looks good. I'll try making it next week. I like the way she moved through the mixing part faster. Okay, yeah, sometimes I don't want to spend a lot of time with letting you see how you mix it because you know how to mix, you know. So I sometimes when I look at videos to if I'm looking for a specific recipe or something, if I look at something, I don't like to spend 40 minutes to see, you know. I like to just get to the point, let me see how to do it, and then but you know, sometimes I do like the commentary, so it just depends on how much time I have. Fried turkey wings. Somebody said thank you. That was Morris M. Smith. Hey Morris, thank you for watching. Irene Roy, you commented on the homemade green beans from a can. Yeah, that's awesome because yeah, I cook very little from a can, but green beans from a can, you can do them and you can make them awesome. And I'll have people, they think they're fresh. They're so good. But yeah, that works. And Irene, you said I use Kroger frozen veggies and green beans. Okay, that will work. That will work. Thank you for commenting, Irene. Okay, this person, this is who? Tony M. And Tony M, let's see, rice pudding. You looked at my rice pudding. What do you say, Tony? Tony says literally every measurement is off. Okay, wet and dry measures are different. Wet measures are properly scaled on cups with a spout. Okay, and dry measures are properly scaled on cups without a spout. For the best results, use the correct measurements in proper devices. Come on now. This is Cooking 101 level knowledge. That's Tony M. Tony, I love you. I love you. I love comments like yours. Thank you for being so knowledgeable and thank you for being so helpful. I just appreciate you. Thank you for watching, Tony. So this is on my, this comment is from Danita Hurt. Hey, Danita. And you are commenting on the Southern style crab cakes and you're saying it, they look delicious. Thank you. They are, they were. Please try them and let me know how you like them, Danita. Thank you for commenting. This is about the cornbread dressing. Thanks for the tip and time to, and for giving the temperature and the time of how to cook it. This is Penelope Williamson. Thank you, Penelope. Thank you for watching. I appreciate you. This is on a lobster, shrimp, and crab boil. And you say, love your video, sure looked scrumptious. Thank you, Maria Luisa. That's a pretty name. Thank you, Maria Luisa. And thank you for watching. This is on the my Southern Soul corned beef. And this is from Margarita Ruiz. And you said, that looks just so delicious. Thank you, Margarita. Someone said also on the corned beef, you slayed that. Thank you, Frieza Sama. I hope I said that right. But thank you for being here, Frieza. Frieza. Thank you for being here, and thank you for taking the time to comment. Because you know, guys, to watch a video is one thing, but when you actually take time to comment, and that doesn't make any difference to me whether you're commenting, critiquing, adding to, even taking from. If you are taking time to comment, I appreciate that because it takes, you know, it really takes something. One thing is to watch, the next thing is to actually comment. So I appreciate all your comments. Appreciate you watching and appreciate you making your comments. So Antonio Coleman says, I made this banana pudding last night, almost exactly like your recipe, and it was, I love this word, he says, it was exquisite. I'm glad I found this channel. That's Antonio Coleman. Antonio, thank you so much for coming back and letting me know that you found this recipe to be not only good, but exquisite. I love your vocabulary. Exquisite. I'm gonna have to use that word. I don't use that word much. I'm gonna have to use it. Thank you, Antonio, for being here. Thank you for taking time to comment and to encourage me. I appreciate you so much. Somebody is commenting on my sweet potato pie. This is Dom, D-O-M. Dom. It says, looky, Miss Cookie, I fell out. Oh, okay, Dom. Thank you for your comment, Dom. And that's on that sweet potato pie. Look, guys. I kid you not. I know content providers that provide recipes, they'll say this is good, and everything is good. But I kid you not, this sweet potato pie is probably one of the best. It is one of the best, if not the best, fail-proof recipe on this channel. Now, whether you have never even eaten a sweet potato pie before, try this recipe. Please, there's some people that say, oh, you put lemon juice in it and lemon juice doesn't go. And you put in, my mommy and my grandmommy never put, and you have to put, and you don't. There's no have to in cooking. But please, if you will try this recipe, go look at the comments. You don't even have to believe me. Go look. I have made this potato pie probably for, I don't know how many people, so many times. And then the people on here that have made it in their comments, this pie is foolproof, fail-proof. You'll be a kitchen rock star. There's no other sweet potato pie like it. I see that there are some people who have videos up that they began to put some of the same ingredients, because virtually nobody put lemon flavoring in their sweet potato pie. It makes a difference. But go follow that recipe to a T. Do it one time and tell me how you like it. And I guarantee you will not be disappointed, and you'll get rave reviews. But it makes a delicious sweet potato. And don't get me wrong, there are a lot of good sweet potato pies on YouTube. But this is an exceptional one. What'd you say, Dom? Dom. No, that was not Dom. That was Antonio. What word did you use? Exquisite. I'm going to use Antonio's word. That pie is exquisite. I said exquisite. Okay, good. So now the roasted turkey wings. Someone says this is Logo Bagels. Says good contents, want to be friends. Okay, Logos, yes, I do. I love friends. Thank you very much. Jan and Anthony says looks delicious. That's concerning lima beans that I have on here, and I love lima beans. Oh my God, I love lima beans. One of my favorite vegetables. So this is somebody that called Sheesh Nesh. Okay, but so on my chicken wings, my southern smothered chicken wings, go take a look at them. Again, that's a great recipe. Look at the comments. I always look at when I look at a recipe, I can just about tell how it's going to taste from what's in it and how it's prepared. But you can also look at the comments and you'll see what people are saying about that recipe, and then you can tell from that. But I have this southern smothered chicken wings. But Sheesh Nish says 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, and then he has ... adds about 1/2 cup. So I guess Sheesh Nish, you're telling me that I don't follow my measurements. Totally, I don't follow the measurements. You're right, because I never even measured, until I got on here, and so many people, they want to know measurements, and especially new cooks and people new to the kitchen need measurements. So thanks for your sense of humor, Mesh. Thank you so much. And for that, thank you so much. I guess we'll stop right here. How long have I been on here? A good while, about 20 minutes. I don't want this to be too long. I am going to begin to try to answer some of the comments at least here for you. Just because I don't want you to think I'm ignoring you. I really want to answer every person. If you have questions, drop your questions in the comments, and then I'll try to get on here maybe once a week and answer questions if I can. A lot of you can give me answers and can help me, because I don't know everything. No one person knows it all. And what I love about sharing ideas is that you learn so much more, and your kitchen and your menus and your recipes, they are so much more full when you learn from, everybody can learn from somebody else. So I want to be doing that. Also, I would like to go live Um, I know that that is a possibility, but I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to go live, but I would like to go live. I would like to go live in such a manner that that people could call in and maybe call in with your question or call in just to tell me hi. And I would love that, but that's something that I want to do, but I don't know how to do that. I'll have to look into that. If some of you know how to do it and you can tell me kind of summarize it for me in a comment, I would really appreciate it, because a lot of you are much more tech savvy than I am. But I would like to go live and maybe do some of these comments live, or even just take questions while I'm live, or comments, and read some of your comments then. Anyway, guys, I appreciate your time today. I can't say enough to you people that are my day ones. You know, there's some of you that have been watching my videos since the onset of Meso making it, since my very first videos. When I was so nervous with my first videos that I could barely speak. I hate those videos. I would like to take them down. When I see them now, if you comment on one of those videos and it brings it back up and I see that video, I cringe. I really cringe, because I was, you know, I was just new at it. I was nervous, and I talked so slowly, and I was so deliberate with all my talking. And I had my first videos, I had people that knew me, relatives and friends, and they were like, I like your channel. It's good, but that's not you. That's not you. Be yourself. And they confused me even further, because they said stuff like, well, cause that's not you, because you're funny, and you're and I'm like, then now you're saying I'm funny. I'm not funny. I would never think that I'm funny. But so I don't know. But I've learned, thanks to you guys, you've been supportive. I have learned to just be me, and I guess, you know, and I like to have fun. So in that sense, I guess I am funny. But I really appreciate you guys. Each and every one of my subscribers, I appreciate you. You don't know how much I appreciate you. All of your lovely comments when I'm away for a while. You know, I have so many of you that reach out to me and you tell me that you miss me, and that you want me to, you know, come back and want to see some more videos. That is so inspiring and so encouraging. And some of you tell me that you're praying for me, you're praying for my family, you hope everything is okay, and you're keeping me in your prayers. And how awesome is that? How awesome is that? So I love it. I love you guys. I appreciate you. I can't say enough how much I appreciate you. So if you have subscribed, you're one of my loves. You're dear to my heart, and I thank you for that. If you have not subscribed, I would like to ask you to consider doing so. Subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up. Give me a comment, though, more than anything, because that lets me know what you're thinking. That lets me know if I am communicating well to you and actually teaching you how to cook, or giving you some new ideas about cooking, or inspiring you in any way, because that's really my desire. That's the only reason that I'm on here. So tell me that. I love to hear when you try a dish, and if it worked out beautifully for you, and you got some inspiring, great thing that happened from your kids, your husband, your boyfriend, your enemies, your in-laws, your outlaws, any of them, when something happened great. I love hearing that. If it didn't turn out so good, I want to hear that, because I'm really concerned. My recipes are so easy that most of them, I think, turn out pretty good from what I hear from people. But if it didn't, I want to hear, like the person that that said that you had some white balls in your gravy. I don't know, but that shouldn't be. And so thanks for letting me know. And if you try again, I hope you do. But then let me know how that turned out, and then maybe you can figure out what happened or what you did differently to make it not happen. So anyway, I appreciate you guys. Hey, share my videos. Anybody that you think might enjoy my video, anybody that you think might learn something from my videos, anybody that loves Southern cooking, share my videos wherever you're at on social media, wherever you're active. If you're on Facebook, or what is it, Facebook, or Instagram, or Twitter, any of those places, or YouTube, wherever you're at, share my videos if you will. It'll help me. I appreciate it so much. And again, I just want to thank you guys. Hey, y'all be good. Do something good with your day. I know we're going through a period now where things are a little different. All the kids are not in school. I know where I'm at, there's some that are virtual learning, there's some that are in the classroom. Wherever they're at, it's stressful. Because if your kids are in the classroom, you know, you want them to be safe. Are they going to wear that mask all day long? Are they really sanitizing, cleaning up everything? What are they touching stuff? If your kids are little, I don't know how you get a 5-year-old or first grader to keep a mask on all day long, or with the runny noses. How does that work? I don't know. I just, I take my hat off to all of you women and men that are out there. You live your life. You're making things. You're doing the best that you can, taking care of your families, and still making it happen. When this is a very difficult time to be alive. So that's why food is so important. Cooking is so important. Being able to come together around the table, being able to come together and share some good food and make some good memories, that's really important. Look, I can sit here and talk all day long, and don't want to make it get longer. I see I've been on here now 26 minutes. That's long enough. That's enough of Meso. But I just want you to know Meso loves you. I really appreciate you so much. Thank you for watching my channel, and come back. Bye-bye.